Hello everybody and welcome to Work to Game. My name's Brian, and in today's video we're talking about a subject that we constantly have to feel like we have to talk about, which is cross-play. Now, cross-play has been this thing that's eluded us, and if you don't know what I'm talking about basically Xbox and PlayStation being able to play games with people on the PlayStation on Xbox and vice versa, obviously playing with Xbox players on PlayStation. The similar architecture of these systems really helps lend this possibility. In fact, it actually happened already by accident, and then that feature had to be turned off. It's being sold to us as it's just that easy. However, now, for whatever reason, it seems that the issue has fallen on Sony's hand. Where before, at the beginning, several years ago, we could easily say that Microsoft was to blame for the problem. But today, it seems like Sony has clearly admitted this, and in fact, one of the reasons why I bring this up is that the question is that the Fortnite developers have said that they're going to enable crossplay within the game, and so naturally the question comes is that, what does that mean? And they specifically are saying Xbox crossplay. So Xbox players will be able to play with PC, Mac, and even mobile players of the game Fortnite. So what does that mean? Well, then the question was asked, and we have the tweet right here. Does this include Xbox PC crossplay? And then Nick Chester responds, Xbox players can play with Xbox, PC, Mac, and mobile, and PlayStation 4 players can play with PC, Mac, PlayStation, and mobile. So they all can crossplay, but they cannot crossplay together. And this is not just affecting Fortnite, this affects so many other games. And a big one that comes to mind is Rocket League. Now, I've heard a lot of different arguments where people fall when it comes to cross-network play. Like, especially when it comes to PC and Xbox. Like, oh, well, you might have a stronger PC, you might have an advantage. But for the most part, I think there's just the general community who is wanting this, with perhaps the ability to maybe even opt out. But at this point, the technology exists, and the only question remains is, what is it going to take for this to happen? Microsoft says they want this. They've said they wanted it multiple times. In fact, even Mike Ybarra of Xbox says, bring it on, let's do this, we're ready, let's go. Phil Spencer has stated publicly that they're in talks with Sony and trying to work out the details to make this happen. And from there's just a lot of theory, a lot of speculation as to why, when, what's it going to take. I think it's in everybody's best interest as gamers to make this happen. I don't think this necessarily is in Sony's best interest right away, because it is a strength having such a huge player base. But you remove the ability that it doesn't matter what platform you play on, that you can play with any of your friends on any platform, that I think at the end of that, gamers win. And that's what I'm rooting for in this case. Fortnite is just a game that I just discovered, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm happy to see that they're going to keep working on crossplay. But when it comes to this limitation, and I have to still assume at this point that Final Fantasy XIV not being on the Xbox for some reason either has something to do with this very fact, or it has something to do with Microsoft's holding out on it. But at this point, we really can't say. We haven't had confirmation or clarification on that. But I'd love to know. I'm sure everybody who is probably watching this video would just love to know. Now, you don't have to be a fan of Xbox. I think, if anything else, being able to open up your games to friends or even make new friends in this gaming community that is no longer separated by these artificial walls that we build up regarding platforms. I can respect you if you disagree with me. I can understand the argument too. But I just want to sit down and just say, like, okay, if anybody knows a direct line to Sony, we need to petition them. I think players need to petition Sony to make this happen. There's not going to be change without that possibility. But anyway, guys, I'd love to know your think. Are you rooting for crossplay? Are you better off without it? Do you think it's ever going to happen? Sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking. Love to have that conversation with you. I just saw this, especially I just saw this tweet talking about how PlayStation can play with PC, mobile, Mac, but not Xbox. And Xbox can play with those same people, just not PlayStation. It seems a little petty. Maybe on both. I don't know what it's going to take. I just hope that they figure it out and they can work together, because I would love to play with more players on more environments and not have to have this silly limitation anymore. But that's just my thoughts. Like I said, I'd love to know yours. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.